Wilson Morales, Black Film and TV. Hello, folks. How's it going?
How you doing,
It's
Wilson?
gone.
Good. I'm playing the Bat and the Cat. What did you want to stand out personally outside of the performance? Was it the fight scenes, the way the costume was set up, or just the chemistry between the characters? Rob?
Um, it's actually it's funny because everyone has an opinion of how Batman should be, and I even going into it, I was thinking it has to be a certain way, but the script took quite a few different radical departures from kind of what we'd necessarily kind of expect from how Bruce Wayne would be portrayed, and I think the biggest challenge for us like figuring out how to make a complex character who has pretty complex relationships work within the context of like a pretty heavy plot-driven mystery action movie. There's a ton of fight sequences as well, and also you got a mask on. I mean, I'm like, you don't really realize it because the script read so well, and then when you try to break it down, it's one of the most complicated parts and projects I've ever been involved with. So you're just hoping, no, you're just hoping it will work. Really. I'm not thinking of it particularly specifically.
Yeah.
What about you, Zoe?
I think I really wanted to focus on Selina's humanity, and I think Matt did such a beautiful job of writing an incredibly complex character who's very human, and I think the hardest thing really is letting the idea of these iconic characters who we've all grown up with fall away, because the moment the stakes are so high and the characters are so emotionally invested in what's going on, the moment you would depart from that and do something too broad or something that you thought was cartoony or playful, you lose steam because there's so much tension and they're so focused on their emotional journey. So it was really, I think it was about focusing on playing real human beings in extraordinary circumstances.
Now, you each have done a lot of projects, but when you do these type of films, there's a lot that goes into it. People judge you, whether you're the right fit or not. And then there's the background. And, it's almost like you have to read everything there is about the character. How much time did you spend, Rob, reading everything you can, whether it's the comic books, obviously the script, and then there's the previous movies?
Didn't read the script.
I mean, yeah, I got cast, and then I had about 9 or 10 months before I started shooting, and obviously you're just like, it's terrifying. Like when you do a movie where like you're and the first thing you feel is that kind of fan reaction, and it feels like crazy. Like I was slightly more positive than I was expecting, which is kind of nice. But like you kind of immediately, you start going and obsessing over the script. But then I got so many of the graphic novels. I mean, I hadn't, because I guess in England there's not that much of a kind of comic book culture, and I didn't really grow up with comic books, and so I hadn't even really read any of the major classics. I'd seen all the movies, but in reading the graphic novels, I kind of saw where Matt had found a lot of his inspiration from, and there's a tone in the graphic novels which is slightly different from the movies, and it's this kind of, it's way more noir, it's way more kind of, there's a tragedy inside the story which is really embraced in the graphic novels, which I thought was really interesting, and I wanted to kind of put into the movie as well. And also, Batman in tons of the graphic novels is like completely insane, like as far as I could tell. And I was like, I like that aspect of it. It's just more fun to play, and so I wanted to get little tasters of that in the movie as well.
You guys did a great job. It's good talking to you. Let's hope for another one. Keep it going. We're here to support. Take care of yourselves.
Thanks you so
man.
much.
Nice to meet you.